of drama, one last lunge for glory. Scotland will be on the outside in the women's 4x4. Nicole Jurgens in fine form. The Jamaicans are the defending champions. Bronze in the Olympics last year, silver last month in Eugene. Watch for Gould to anchor them home. The Nigerians have got a brilliant quartet. Silver behind Jamaica in Glasgow and on the Gold Coast. The South Africans. Coetzee on the lead leg, she's the African champion. Watch for Van der Veld, bronze in the 4 hurdles, just behind her. The Canadians just off the podium in Tokyo. The very experienced Kyra Constantine will anchor them. Could Kenya win their first medal in the women's 4x4? Mary Moore, champion in the 800, will be on the anchor leg. And listen to this. England last tasted glory in the women's 4x4 28 years ago. Almost 3 decades later, is it the host nation turn? Botswana on the inside in 2. Jele on the lead leg for them, very experienced athlete. And Botswana's got the bronze on the Gold Coast. One last act of drama on a week that will long linger in the memory of everybody lucky enough to be here. It's the final of the women's 4x400 metre relay. Botswana in 2, England in 3, Kenya 4, Canada 5, South Africa 6, Nigeria 7, Jamaica 8, and Scotland on the outside in lane 9. Huge moment for the 8 women ready to start the battle.
Set.
Here we go then, with an epic climax to an epic week of athletics. Pretty even at the moment, no big move yet from Salmon, the 400 hurdler specialist, second from the left-hand side for Jamaica. Obi of Nigeria beginning to go well. England have Victoria Uhuru, silver medalist in the individual 400 on the lead leg, and she's beginning to close down on Nduru, African bronze medalist 4 years ago. Zoe Clark on the outside for Scotland. Now Salmon using that 400 hurdle strength to begin to come through. Uhuru running well. The Nigerians just going backwards a little bit. Watch for the positions on this first changeover. England, Jamaica, Scotland going well, and also the Canadians in the mix.
A very solid lead there from Uhuru for England, and as they break from lanes here, so the second leg runner Williams goes into the lead. Fantastic for England at the moment. Jodie Williams had a wonderful run for a bronze in the individual 400. Jamaica eased past England there on this second leg. Jamaica with Janelle Broomfield on this second leg. Nothing between these 3, but they're beginning to get away.
Really good running here by Bromfield, showing her strength. Jodie Williams absolutely ecstatic with that individual bronze at the end of a difficult season. Listen to the noise, it's incredible, and there are still 2 legs to go. Bromfield now beginning to wade through treacle. Jamaica from England, from Canada, and the Nigerians are a long way out of it at the moment.
Well, Scotland in 3rd place at the moment. Beth Dobbin was in treacle in the last 50 metres or so of that for them. They're in 4th place. Down the back straight, Jamaica from England, and the English 3rd leg runner Amma Pippi, who's had a wonderful season, a wonderful game, takes the lead with 200 to run past the Jamaican 3rd leg runner Ronisha McGregor, and the gap is there, it's 3 metres. Canada a further couple of metres back, and Pippi continues to put on the power here.
Listen to the noise for Amma Pippi. She was only just off the podium in the individual 400 metres. England have not won this title for nearly 3 decades. The home crowd willing them on, roaring them on. One last lap for one last gold. England lead. Canada and Jamaica tied for second here. And they have Jessie Knight in their sights. It's Gould, the 800 metre specialist, trying to close for Jamaica with Constantine of Canada. So many times the Canadians have pulled it out of the bag, and Knight is beginning to feel the pressure here. Can she hang on? One last burst for glory. Is it going to be England's night? It's been a glittering, glorious week of athletics. She's still driving, she's still pushing, but Constantine is closing. What a finish to an epic week of athletics. Is it England or is it Canada? They're side by side, there's nothing to separate them. Oh my gosh, it's one of the best finishes to a 4x4 relay we have ever seen. Usually, it goes to the athlete closing with the momentum. But it was so close. Somehow, Jessie Knight managed to stand tall. None of us know. It was too close to call. We're watching, we're waiting. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're enjoying these images. Top quality drama. They both gave it everything. Was it the Canadians' lunge for the line? It usually goes to the athlete who has the momentum. That was Constantine. Knight was coming under all sorts of pressure. The weight goes on. You'll hear the roar. You will now. It's gone to England. Their first title in 28 years. And they've done it by the narrowest of margins. What an incredible finish. 100th of a second in it. And she still doesn't quite believe that she's managed to pull that off. It looked for all the world as though it was going to be Canada, but it's England who come out on top in front of their home crowd. Have you ever seen a tighter finish to a 4x4 than that?
Well, the Canadians gutted. They will want to look at that picture, Rob. 1/100th of a second. We were talking today about what 1/100th of a second represents, and it's millimetres. But the Canadians, I thought you were right. I thought the Canadians had the momentum, and they might take it. But you know what Jessie Knight did? She was very smart, and the Poles have specialised in this. You punch forward with one arm, and it drags your chest on that side forwards by a few millimetres, and that might have been the difference. That Polish punch towards the line might have gained England the final goal of these games.
Catherine Merry, you've been involved in some great 400-metre battles. Can you ever remember a finish like that?
Fabulous. A brilliant performance from the English team. A Huragu, Williams, Amma Pippi, a brilliant third leg from her. But Jessie Knight was unbelievable here. She was not going to lose England the Commonwealth title on English soil. She dug deep 2, 3, 4 times. Brilliant. The pressure was there. Look at that. She did have the momentum, didn't she, Constantine from Canada? But look at it again. Jessie Knight said, no, and dug deep again. And look at that. Textbook dip, that is, as Tim called it. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what's got England the gold medal in the final event of the Commonwealth Games athletics programme.
That was ridiculous. Jessie Knight with what Tim Hutchings is calling the Polish punch. Watch here. Constantine is coming. She's closing. Eyeballs bulging. Lunging for the line. Leaning and believing it would be a glittering goal for Canada. But now, Knight somehow finds a way to produce some forward momentum. That was so tight, Tim.
And when you think she's a primary school teacher from Surrey, I mean, that is just wonderful, isn't it? You know, this is the sport for every man, every woman. You can do this. There's an event for you. The disciplines of track and field athletics expand a huge umbrella across the entire population. Jessie Knight here, looking fabulous, being run down here by the Canadian Kyra Constantine. And at this point, you think Constantine would go past her and win by several inches. But Knight somewhere found another couple of inches in those last couple of strides.
The perfect sunset in Birmingham and the perfect finish for the host nation. By 100th of a second, England take their first women's 4x4 Commonwealth title for nearly 30 years. Silver for Canada, bronze for Jamaica.
And Rob, we can take a look at the first change-up. Oh, I thought maybe there might have